Hello and welcome to the annual UBC Engineering Fall Open House. You are in the Geological Engineering Program booth. My name is Susan Hollingshead. I'm one of the faculty in the Geological Engineering Program, and I will be introducing you to what our discipline is all about. So geological engineering, to sort of sum it up in a few short words, is the application of geoscience principles to engineering challenges. So it's really an interdisciplinary program. It's a program where you learn both a lot about the natural earth, you study soil and water and rock, and you use your skills in the natural earth sciences to solve engineering problems, to help deliver engineering projects, and to determine what the interface might be between the Earth and those projects so that the projects are safe and environmentally responsible, sustainable and economic. But we also look at the challenges of what Mother Nature can do to human development, like cities and towns. So what options are available within the geological engineering program? Well, we have a fair amount of flexibility. So when you join the geological engineering program in your second year, as is the case with all disciplines of engineering at UBC, you take common courses in your first year and then you join a discipline in second year. But through our program, between second, third, and fourth year, there's a fair amount of flexibility. So there are many electives that you can take, and basically you can tailor your program through choosing electives that are of interest to you to what you want to study. So that could range from environmental protection to geotechnical engineering, which is where you learn about soil mechanics and rock mechanics, to looking at geohazards, things like earthquakes and landslides and flooding, and how to mitigate the risk of damage from those geohazards, and also maybe where development shouldn't happen because of the risks. So what can you expect when you come to the geological engineering program at UBC? Well, we are one of the largest programs of our kind in the country. One of the things that really makes us different from some of the other disciplines of engineering at UBC is the emphasis on field school. So field school is where you get an opportunity to get out of classroom and really put some of your learning to the test. We do have a brand new field school facility located near Oliver, and you'll be going there potentially as one of your field schools. We also do a field school that's closer to the Lower Mainland at the end of your second year. And in addition to field schools, we also have field trip opportunities offered through the Geological Engineering Student Club. Now, as a graduate in the Geological Engineering program, depending on the electives you choose, you potentially can be qualified academically to register both as an engineer in training and a geoscientist in training, and those can lead to registration as a professional engineer and a professional geoscientist. One of the things I've noted here on the slide is that our undergraduate students in the program are very competitive nationally. We have submitted projects from our students in a national competition, and in the last 8 years, they have placed first or second 8 times, which is just a remarkable achievement. What else can you expect from your experience in geological engineering? Well, one of the things that we think sets us apart is really the strength of our students' club, which is called the GeoRocks Club. Every geological engineering student belongs to the GeoRocks Club, and for a relatively small program, We take in only about 40 students in any given year. The GeoRocks Club is really quite active among the Engineering Undergraduate Society. They put together a lot of teams to compete in intramural sports and to compete in other engineering activities. And they also are very active in putting together events that allow them, the students, to get to meet people in industry. So one of the favorite events is the annual alumni industry dinner, where people who graduated from our program and also people who graduated from other geological engineering or civil engineering programs that work in our industry are invited. So the students get to do some networking. They get to hear from keynote speaker who's someone typically that's had a long career in geological engineering. And you just get to dress up and have fun time with your friends and other graduates. The Geological Engineering Student Club also puts together field trips to various sites, typically in and around BC. And they also put together their own competition annually in the spring, where they make teams of students who are interested in participating that are across the whole second, third, and fourth year level, where they get a challenge, an engineering challenge that's provided by someone in industry that they work on together, and then they present the results of their design work to a panel of judges, typically also from industry and sometimes faculty. The demand for geological engineering graduates is pretty strong. One of the things that is also different about our program is it's a pretty versatile degree. So our graduates end up working in a variety of different sectors, including working with their colleagues from civil engineering, working on infrastructure projects, working alongside their colleagues from mining engineering, where they might work on mining projects such as designing safe slopes for open pits, excavations, or designing better ways to deal with mining waste. So environmental protection is one area, and of course, as I mentioned earlier, looking at natural hazards and what are the risks of natural hazards, how can they be mitigated, and maybe where should human development not happen because the risks are too high. So relatively speaking, we have a small graduating class, about 40 a year, but we tend to find that the demand for geological engineering is pretty steady because there are so many different sectors that they can work in within Canada, as well as having international opportunities to travel and do field work outside of Canada. What career options can you pursue? Well, because you have this broad set of knowledge that you've acquired through the geological engineering program that includes both earth sciences as well as engineering, you really do have quite a variety of skills that you can use in different industries. And we've had graduates that work in consulting as geotechnical engineers, for example, doing design work. Some of our graduates work in the environmental sector, in geohazards, in the transportation sector, looking at natural resources, mining geotechnique, energy production, and even graduates that go on to work in education, whether at the secondary or post-secondary level. So this is a photo showing someone off in a hike in the environment, and especially the mountains in BC. There we have such a wonderful, basically natural laboratory here where we can learn about earth sciences and go out and apply our knowledge for the benefit of society. And our little catchphrase that we like to use in geological engineering is that we always have an opportunity to escape the office. There is lots of opportunity to do office work, but also especially if you're interested in getting into the outdoors, there's an opportunity to do field work, which is one of the distinguishing factors of our discipline. So if you have any questions, please get a hold of us and we'd be happy to try and answer them for you. And thank you for stopping by our booth.